Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We got a few setups we're looking at right now. Right now, we're going to be looking at possible GU and GJ buys. We're going to be looking for this next 15. Look for a retest right here. We're going to be looking for GU and GJ buys. So yesterday, price ended up retracing hard after the news. We had a little push. Then the price ended up retracing hard on a lot of the charts. But we're pushing back and we're still bullish. And retracements were due anyways because, again, GU was flying all week, so retracements were due. So we're still looking for buys, though. So we're going to be looking for a buy set here. We're going to wait for the next 15. And then we're looking for possible GJ buys right here. Now, we do have news today as well at 8:30. So make sure to keep that in mind. We're about to see what this next 15 looks like. What's going on, GSC up in here? What's going on, Dwanza? What's going on, Doug? Yeah, so we're going to be seeing if we can catch this GU setup right here. So if GU can retest and maintain 3770 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going into 3805. Anyway, GJ, if we can maintain 212 as support, we can look for buys going to 212.25, possibly back up to 212.55. So again, we had big ass retracements take place yesterday, and then last night price kind of corrected, so it pushed back up. So we're gonna be looking for continued GU and GJ buys right here. About to see what this next 15 looks like. Got a new 15 about to pop up in 2 minutes. Not gonna be touching NAS. NAS ended up retracing hard, so unless we have price push back up after the news, we're gonna leave NAS alone. Make sure I like the live and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 4,700 subscribers. We can get to that easily. And like always, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat and I got y'all. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. Did not call any signals yesterday. So we're gonna see if we can take in one more trade or 2 more trades to wrap up the week. But like always, we're not gonna force anything if it's not there. But let's see what this next 15 looks like. right, let's see if we can hold this level at support right here. Let's see if we can hold this level. I need to open a new account with a new broker. Who do I use now? Are you on the Forex or future side? Are you on the Forex or future side? What's going on, Kenny? What's going on? What's going on? Those just joined the stream. We have not entered this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. If y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. So right now we're looking to see if we're going to maintain this level of support. We got price retesting right here. Again, look at how price is reacting to the level. This is why we mark off these levels. This is why we enter and exit off these levels. So I like what I see. I'm just looking to see who's going to hold this level here before we pull the trigger on this, because again, it did some retracements. So let's see who's going to hold this level right here. We do have news today at 8:30 as well, so make sure to keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm liking this right here. We're gonna see how this 5-minute closes. Forex. Give me 1 second. I'll type it up in a second. You have to either have a prop firm or you have to be overseas to have a broker that does both, because America is greedy. Well, let me not say America, but the United States is greedy. They don't do it like that, right? You have to have a broker. In America, you either have to have a prop firm to trade both, or you have to have a separate futures account and a separate Forex account. All right. So, for Forex, whoops, my bad, y'all. There's the FX, futures. Yeah, but we're in this right here. We're about to let this bad boy play out. And of course, like always, one of the SLTPs. Hit that link in the description, become a playmaker, join the advanced play sooner. But yeah, so we're gonna let this bad boy play out right here. I like the setup, did a nice retest. Feel that price push right here. It's a nice push. Let's see if we can hit TP1 right here, y'all. Let's see if we hit TP1 right here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, playmaker_way. TikTok, _playmakerway_. What's my bad? Let me get you off the screen. My bad. But yeah, so this is the brokers I recommend. Forex futures. And if you're brand new to trading, do not open up a live account. Open up a demo account first. All right, TP1 just got hit. Y'all make sure to like that. Almost said like the live button. Like the live. And subscribe. You ain't subscribed already. TP1 just got hit. And let the folks know in the advanced play suit in the room. Boom. All right. Let's see what this next 5 minute looks like. Yep. Yeah, we're in there. We're just at TP1. Still got a little bit of work to do, but we're in profit on this. We're also going to be looking for GJ buys right here. It'd be nice if we get a candlestick like this on GU. Let's see if GU going to do that for us. But yeah, we're looking for GJ and GU buys today. As of right now, I'm not looking at NAS or gold currently. We could look for a gold buy today. Depending on how price plays out, but I gotta update my gold levels. So we hit TP1, we're rejecting right now, but we're still gonna hold to SRT because hit. We do have news today. Depending on what the news does today, the news didn't do anything too crazy yesterday, but we did have price reject hard yesterday. But depending on what happens today, I want to see something decent happen today so we can have a nice setups for next week, because this is the last week of the month. And like I always say, the first to last week of the month is typically the toughest to trade. So depending on how price plays out today, I would like to see something decent happen so we can kind of have clean, decent setups for next week, because we do have a bunch of news next week as well. Again, the first and last week of the month is when we have usually the most news events and a lot of big moves happen and things like that. As we can see, we have a lot of shit going on next week also. But what I want to see is some action in today's news, especially because we didn't have anything happen yesterday, because a lot of these charts are kind of trickling in between reversal territory and not, right? Like we go look at GJ, we go to naked chart. Right, last week we rode the GJ wave up, and then as you can see, price this week has kind of just been chilling right here. So depending on how price plays out, if it pushes up, we can see the bullish momentum continue and possibly see new higher highs get made next week. But if it rejects and holds as low as resistance, which it failed to do so all week, we can see the downtrend come into play. So a lot of charts are kind of like teeter-tottering between reversal territory and not. Kind of same thing with GU. We have big ass pushes happen all this week. Then we have retracements take place yesterday and on Wednesday. So kind of the same thing, right? Depending on how price plays out here, we're either gonna see the bullish momentum come back into play, a new higher high get made, or we're gonna see price possibly reverse and come down a little bit lower, right? We also broke past these levels that we struggled to break past in the summer last year, and we're also hitting prices that we haven't touched since 2021, right? So this is like the Forex version of hitting all-time highs, because you can't really hit all-time highs with Forex unless we have some big ass shit happen, because it's literally decades of information, right? So it's literally kind of possible to hit all-time highs on the Forex side, but we're hitting levels we haven't hit in a very long time. So it's kind of similar reactions to the futures and NDC side when, you know, we made all-time highs and all that good stuff. So we got a lot of stuff happening right now. So we're gonna see what the news does. We hit TP1 on GU. We're gonna hold the SRTB gets hit like always, and then we also need some action to take place on the future side, right? So we can pull up. Let me go back to the future side. So we pull up NAS100. All right, so we pull up NAS100. Same thing, right? It was consolidating for like fucking 2 months. We pushed up, we broke out those highs earlier this week, but then we failed to hold those highs of support. And we can see price just retraced yesterday and so far today. So again, depending on what the news does today, we're either gonna have enough volume for the uptrend to come back into play and continue, or we're gonna be right back in this consolidation, or probably see the downtrend come into play. So again, a lot of stuff kind of needs to happen, or we're gonna be kind of just teeter-tottering for a little bit. So we're going to see how today wraps up. And the same thing with US30, right? We caught a nice move in the beginning of the week, but if we go look at US30, we can see that price is doing what NAS and NQ was doing like last month, which is consolidating. So again, kind of same thing, right? Depending on how US30 plays out today and next week, we're either going to have the uptrend come back into play, or we're going to have price reverse and the downtrend come into play. So we got a lot of charts like teeter-totter and reversal territory right now. So that's pretty much what's going on. So we didn't take any trades yesterday, kind of for that reason also, because again, a lot of charts rejected hard at 10 o'clock. So I just left it alone for the day. I was looking to see if we're going to have any action Tokyo session. There was some small moves that happened Tokyo session, but for the most part, price hasn't really done too much. So we're going to see what happens between now and 8:30 when the news pops off. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. And like always, we don't see any action between now and 6 a.m. We're simply just going to wait for the 8:30. And that's what we're going to do anyways. We're going to take this one setup. We're not going to take any other setups until after the news. But for everybody else that's not in setups, we don't see any action between now and 6 a.m. Just wait for after the 8:30 news. And then just waited for 9 o'clock, 9:30 open. Let's see what this next 5 minute looks like. We're still chilling right here. We're gonna hold that SRT we got hit. We hit TP1, we rejected. We had a nice retest. But as you can see, again, we just need some volume. That's all we really need right now, some volume. We're also looking for buys here, not here, because we're still technically bullish when we hold this level. But another reason why we're looking for buys here is because, as you can see yesterday, it's the highest we went and we failed to hold this as support. So if the bullish momentum is going to come into play, we're going to need to hold this level as support. If we don't hold this level as support, we're going to be sucked back in reversal territory. All right, so if y'all just joined the live, just rewind like 10-15 minutes so you know what's going on, because I just broke down a bunch of stuff. And I'm probably not going to do that again until the end of the live. So yeah, so G is rejecting that level, so we're gonna let that do its thing. GU, we're gonna hold the SRTP gets hit regardless. Even if that hits the L, it still doesn't matter. We're still up for the week and the month. But as far as how we're doing so far this week, while we let that thing play out and we watch GJ, let's move this over so we still pay attention to how price reacting to these levels. We didn't take a trade yesterday, We took a trade on Wednesday, caught a nice GJ sell. We took this in the Wednesday live stream. So watch Wednesday's live stream if y'all was not in that live. And then Tuesday, we caught a nice GU buy, caught a nice 1 to 4 RR. So we caught a nice 1 to 2 on Wednesday, 1 to 4 on Tuesday. And then we caught a nice 1 to 4, almost 1 to 5, and another 1 to 4 on Monday. So again, even if this does hit SL, we're still up for the week, let alone the month, just due to risk management and risk reward. If y'all don't understand how risk reward works, go to the day trading tips playlist. I'm pretty sure I got a video going over risk reward. I don't want to be a liar, so I'm gonna make sure that I do have one. I'm pretty sure I do have one, but let's find out. I know I made one, but it might have been a little minutes. Yeah, so I made one 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. So it looks like I got to do another one for this year because it's been about a year. I do one like once a year because it's kind of like one of those things you don't gotta like make a video every fucking day about. But this one still is a oldie but a goodie, so I'm about to drop it in the chat. But I do gotta make a new one, so I'm gonna add that to my list because it's been a year since I made a video talking about risk reward. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in the chat. Boom. New 5 minutes about to pop up in a little bit. If y'all have any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Let me fix this audio. I'm still not used to the new mic settings. Where the fuck's my YouTube tab? I did not drag that over properly. Let me fix that. So yeah, this is still holding as support, but again, I'm not going to look for buys on GJ unless it breaks above and maintains 212 as support at least. And we can do that. We look for buys going to 212.25. Again, GU, as long as we maintain 37.70 as support, we're going to be looking for buys. Right now, we're right underneath that level, so we're going to look to see if we can break back above and maintain this level of support. We did hit TP1, then it rejected, so we're going to see if we can push back above and see if we can hit TP2. Well, that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now. New 5 minute about to pop up. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to like the live and subscribe if you're not already. And shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday. We got flagged 2 days in a row for just spreading game, but we're still gonna keep it pushing. We're still gonna take over TikTok. We won't be live today though. We won't be back live till next week. But next time I get flagged, I'm gonna try something different. And again, playmakers, all right, you gotta be a playmaker. If you want to be a mod on my TikTok, let me know. Hit me up on the back end so I can add you, because a lot of people be coming in and out of the live. I don't be paying attention to be in there. And I need to make sure, I'll tell you what I'm looking for, who needs to, you know, so how y'all can do this shit. But I need some people to be my eyes and ears in the chat and watch who comes in and watch what people be talking about in the comments, so the live can be protected and we can continue to teach, all right? Because as you can see, motherfuckers don't want y'all to learn shit. They just want y'all to keep on thinking, you know, you gotta watch Twitter posting all this dumb shit. Like I said, I'm not going to say that on the front end. I'm going to tell you what everything you need to look out for in the back end. So again, if you're a playmaker, you want to be a mod for the TikTok lives, hit me up. I know I had somebody beforehand say that like a couple months ago, but I totally forgot to add you. So that person and anybody else, you want to be a mod on the TikTok live streams, let me know. I don't really need one for YouTube yet. We're not that big and busting on YouTube, so I can manage that my part. And plus YouTube lives a little bit more slow paced, because we're just kind of chilling looking at setups in the charts. But TikTok lives, I'm really focused on like teaching and breaking shit down, so I can't really pay attention to everybody be jumping in and out. But shout out to the haters. Let's see what this next 15 does. Yeah, we're gonna hold the SRT because hit on this regardless though. I'm gonna hold to SRT because hit. We do have news today at 8:30. We should be going live with the members. Let me double check my schedule to make sure I can go live today. Let me make sure nobody booked a slot in one-on-one sessions for that. And speaking of one-on-one sessions, there's only 2 slots left, okay? Until somebody drops off. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go live today. We're gonna go live with the members today at 8:30 news. Make sure to watch the news recording from yesterday as well. Members, is uploaded in the channels. Again, there wasn't any action during the news, but we still broke down some stuff. We had some good questions asked and all that good stuff. So still make sure to check that out. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. What is your trading guidelines for getting into a trade? Watch my trade breakdowns. Like, I'm very straightforward, y'all. Like, I'm very straightforward. Like, the stuff I say in the lives, the stuff I say in this live, the stuff I say in the YouTube trade breakdowns, that's literally the stuff I'm looking for, right? That's literally the stuff I'm looking for. All right, and I also got a video titled this right here. Whoops, damn, these damn ads all in the way. Like, I'm still gonna answer your question, but like, I'm telling you, like, when I literally, I'm not Rumpelstiltskin. Like, I don't speak in riddles and shit. Like, I literally mean what I say. So like, when I tell y'all every trade breakdown on video, like, I just dropped the trade breakdown, not yesterday. When did I drop? I think Wednesday, right? Every trade breakdown I drop, I always say the same thing. The first thing we got to do is what? Identify the trend, right? And that's what we'll be talking about in the TikTok lives, right? So the very first thing you got to do is go into bigger time frame. Let's get rid of this shit right here. The first thing you got to do is go into bigger time frame and identify the trend and which one of these 3 cycles we're in, right? That's the very first thing you got to do. Figure out which one of these 3 cycles we're in. Uptrend, downtrend, or consolidation, okay? These are the only 3 cycles prices that we're going to be in: uptrend, downtrend, consolidation. If we're consolidating, you do not want to take a setup, right? Get out of here. You only want to take a setup if we're in an uptrend or downtrend. So then from that point, I'm looking at the chart that has the cleanest looking uptrend or cleanest looking downtrend, and then I'm focusing on that chart. You see what I'm saying? So this goes back to the stuff I was just talking about like 20 minutes ago, all right? So if you joined late, rewind the live, because I broke down a bunch of stuff earlier in this live, okay? So make sure to rewind the live so you can know what I'm talking about, right? But this goes into what I was just talking about earlier in the live stream today, right? So I'm looking to see if we're in an uptrend or downtrend. If we're in an uptrend, I'm only going for buys. Downtrend, only going for sells. Once that is established, right, then you pull out your copy of the playbook. And when you pull out your copy of the playbook, you go to the rules of the uptrend or the rules of the downtrend, so you know what's needed to happen for the trend to continue and for the trend to change. After you know that, that is when you mark off your key price levels, what you see right here. And then I'm looking to see which level, in this case, because we're bullish, that price is going to hold as support or resistance, just like with GJ, right? Based on the trend on the bigger time frame, I determined and decided that I'm going to only look for a buy setup here or here. So now I'm just waiting to see which level price is going to break and hold as support first. And once I see price holding that level as support, I'm going to take the setup. If it does not hold the level as support like yesterday, I do not take the setup. You see what I'm saying? That's literally all I'm looking for, right? And then I enter and exit off my zones. Like, so for this one, you rewind. GU did a break, rejected, did a break, close. We saw the retest. We saw price go from red to green. That's when we jumped into the trade. We hit TP1 and then price rejected, right? If you go to Wednesday's live stream, you'll see us do that in Wednesday's live stream when we took this GJ setup. We waited for price to turn the support level into a resistance, right? You'll see the same thing in Monday's live stream this week, right? Because we took this GU buy live on Monday. All right, so we go to Monday's live stream, you'll see the same thing. We waited for price to come to our level, waited for price to show us holding as support, and then we took the buy setup. But that's literally all I look for. That's literally all I look for. The trend, understand the conditions for the trend to continue or for the trend to change. Then I wait for price to hold a level at support or resistance. Then I enter a buy or sell. And then again, I enter next off my key price levels. Good question though, but yeah, literally, that's why my bio says trading made simple. It's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. You don't gotta look at it. You don't have to look for a specific candlestick. You don't gotta look at a Twitter post. You don't gotta scroll through the 20 bearish patterns and 20 bullish patterns. All you gotta do is just go with the flow of price and wait to see if price is gonna hold a level at support or resistance, and then go with that momentum. That's literally all we do. But like I was talking about earlier in the live, it's a little bit choppy right now due to the market conditions. But we got GU pushing back up, so we're gonna see if we can get around 2 and hit TP2 right here. We're gonna see if we can hit TP2 right here, and then GJ's pushing as well. Good question though, good question. But yeah, so when you watch my trade breakdowns, I'm literally breaking down exactly everything I do, right? Obviously, you gotta be a playmaker, learn how to mark off the key price levels, because that's a little bit complicated. But besides that, I'm literally showing y'all everything I'm doing and explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing in every single trade breakdown. All right. So now when you watch the trade breakdowns, it's gonna start to make a little bit more sense, because you're like, okay, I understand what he's talking about now. But yeah, that's literally all I look for. So again, you want to see me take a trades in real time. We took a trade live on Wednesday's live stream, and we took a trade live on Monday's live stream. All right, those are the most recent lives we took trades live on. Tuesday we didn't take a trade live, but the trades we talked about ended up playing out going into London after the live London session and New York session. Let's see what this next 5 minute looks like right here. Let's see what else we got going on. Do you focus on any other pair of stocks, futures, or crypto? I don't trade stocks or crypto. I used to trade. That's funny. I was just talking to a member last night in a one-on-one session. I started off trading, like when I first started day trading, I used to only trade crypto and gold. Right, I used to trade Litecoin when Litecoin was just $20. That's how long ago that was, right? Litecoin has been $20 in fucking years. I used to trade Litecoin when that shit was like teetering between $10 and $20. I used to trade Solana when that shit was like $50, $60. And I used to trade gold, right? That's all I used to trade back in the day. But now I just long-term invest crypto and stocks, and I have to. I don't have to, but I am going to start the weekly crypto and stock analysis on here. I'm just kind of trying to determine if I want to make a whole nother page strictly stocks and crypto, and then keep this one day trading page. Because when you go to my playlist, you'll notice I have a stock analysis, a crypto analysis playlist, and a Bitcoin analysis playlist, because all last year and a little bit of 2024, I was telling y'all I was giving y'all weekly updates on stocks and crypto. I was giving y'all long-term investment tips. And I was also telling y'all the best prices to DCA and DCA out at. So meanwhile, when everybody was freaking out, telling y'all to sell and the world was ending and all this dumb shit, I was one of the few people telling y'all to buy, right? And you can also see the stuff in the free Telegram right here. So you go to the free Telegram, you go to photos, we take a trip down memory lane. Where's that fucking cursor? There it is. And we go to the beginning of 2025. You can see when the shit loads. You can see I was giving y'all stock and crypto plays, and if you go to the playlist, you can also see that again. I was telling y'all best prices. Like I was talking about XRP before everybody started talking about XRP. I was telling y'all to get into that like right as it broke like 60 cents. You can see right here, I was like telling y'all to get into this shit like right as it broke like 60 cents and all that good stuff. I was also telling y'all when crypto quote unquote tanked that it wasn't a tank to buy crypto. I was also telling y'all when it was going to hit 100K. And if you go to the crypto playlist, you'll literally see in the Bitcoin, not the crypto, the Bitcoin analysis playlist, you'll literally see in the thumbnails, I was showing y'all months before we hit 100K. I was showing y'all in the thumbnails months before we hit 100K that once we hit 100K, we was going to retrace hard. And what happened when Bitcoin hit 100K? We retraced hard. So meanwhile, while the world was like, oh my God, what is happening? Bitcoin's crashing. I told y'all way ahead of time to prepare for a big ass retracement after we hit 100K. So the same rules I use in the playbook, that's why I be telling y'all. This is why I be telling y'all to get the, I promise y'all, I only tell y'all shit to help y'all. This is why I be telling y'all to get your copy of the playbook, because these same exact rules, like it says here, works on stocks, forex, options, and crypto. These same exact rules I use to day trade and identify the trend on a day-by-day basis. I use the exact same rules for my long-term investing. Right? That's why I'm telling you, like I don't even like the strategy is just literally one small portion. Well, I stress charts and market structure, because once you rip the band-aid off and understand how the charts work, you realize all charts work the exact same way, and you can use the exact same concepts for long-term investing as well. Right? So I don't day trade stocks or crypto. I just long-term invest in them, but I use the same thing just on a bigger time frame to get the best prices to DCA and DCA out at, right? So like, for example, when you actually know the best prices to enter at, you can outperform how they do on a daily and weekly basis, right? So let me show you some old screenshots. I gotta find them first. Hold on one second. Cause I got some old screenshots showing, let me see if I can find it really quick. Like here's an example, right? This is back in the day, right? This was like last year sometime, right? So you can see how this said for the day is up 6%, but because I entered at the best level and off a key price level in a bigger time frame, I'm up 8% for the day. So why this thing is only up 6%, but because of my entry, I'm up 8% for the day. You see what I'm saying? This example, same thing. This is saying it's only up 8% for the day, but look at today's return, right? 17%. So when you literally know the best prices to DCA in at, you can literally outperform how it does on a daily basis, right? Like this is real shit right here. This is real shit right here, right? Let me try to find another example. All right, same thing, 6%, I'm up 7%, right? Let me see if I can find another example, but I kind of get the point, right? And then if you go into the free Telegram, let's get this off the screen. New 15 about to pop up in a little bit as well, y'all. And then we go into the free Telegram, and again we go to the beginning of last year when everybody was talking about, oh, the recession is going to start, oh, the sky's falling, all this other dumb shit. You can see this was November 2024. I was telling folks in 2024 to get in on this shit. I was telling y'all literally for the past year to buy gold. I was telling y'all to buy gold and crypto for the longest before we made all-time highs. Now look at gold. Gold was literally barely at 2K last year, and now that shit's worth 5 bands. I was telling y'all to get gold way before this shit happened. And again, do I got a crystal ball? No, I just know how the motherfuckers play the game, right? Yeah, you can see February, look at this, right? For the month, 65%. Like, y'all could have had some crazy gains last year just by sticking to the playbook. You see what I'm saying? And this isn't even trading. This is if you would just have bought a share. Like, this is how it just did if you would have just long-term invested. This isn't option trading. This isn't no contracts. This is simply if you would have just bought some shares of stocks and crypto. You see what I'm saying? And then we go to April right here. The messages, right? So again, I dropped this video at the beginning of Q2 last year when everybody was saying that the markets were crashing. I dropped the video, top 5 stocks to buy non-stop for the next 45 days. And literally 3 days after I dropped this video, Palantir went up 19%, Swap 6%, 24%, 3%, 14%, right? Then a whole month later, April, May, Palantir went up 45%, 36%, 4%, down 6%, up 6%, right? But that's for the month, right? And if you pull up any of these stocks, yes, there were retracements, but you pull up any of these stocks, you'd be in profit still from these positions last year. And again, what happened to gold, US30 NAS100 last year? They all made all-time highs. So we had that quote-unquote crash happen in February going into Q2, but look how the year ended. Everything made all-time highs, crypto as well, right? So again, I'm telling y'all, you got to learn how to read the charts and stop looking at Twitter posting news events to make you make your decisions. All right, so we're about to see what this next 15 looks like. We're about to see if GU can push back up, and then we got GJ pushing right here as well. So we're gonna see how GJ reacts to this level. But let's see what else we got going on here. Thank you for reminding me how simple trading is supposed to be. It's been saturated for me a long time now, but there's still love. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why I do this stuff, because it needs to be done. Like, I need to be out here because, again, everybody else, it's just bad out here. These trading streets is terrible, man. And once futures took over, it just got even worse, right? Like, because think about it, everybody else trades the exact opposite of me. They say the exact opposite of me, but these same people are the same people that complain 12 months in a row, and they're still complaining this month about price action being bad. So if I don't have every candlestick memorized, if I don't watch the news, I don't look at Twitter posts, and I don't pattern trade, I don't use any indicators, but everybody else does all that shit, but they're still struggling with trading, that literally proves that that shit is not what you need to understand, right? Like, they got all this information in their head, but they still don't know how to trade. Like, that's craziness. But yeah, that's why I make my bio. That's why all my bios everywhere says trading made simple. So we're back red on this, but again, we're gonna hold the SR2 gets hit regardless. Because like I said, even if that stop loss gets hit, we're still up for the week, still up for the month. And losses happen, right? So again, you're going to have losses, right? Trading is not about never losing a trade. Losses are part of the game. You see what I'm saying? The goal of trading is to make sure you win more than you lose, make sure your winners are bigger than your losses, and your losses are small and consistent, right? So as long as you win more than you lose, your wins are bigger than your losses, and your losses are small and consistent, you're going to be up at the end of the week, end of the month, end of the quarter every single time. Because again, if you look and see how we did overall, like we go to how we did to wrap up 2025. Right. We took losses, right? We took losses every month. So but I'm still not gonna lie. When we're on a win streak, I'm not gonna be like, oh damn, we're on a win streak. So I'm gonna not say we're on a win streak. No, we're on a win streak, right? But at the end of the day, we lose trades, right? You can see we lost trades every single month last year, right? But we won way more than we lost, which is the goal. And not only did we win more than we lost, but the winners were bigger than the losers when you go look at our R's, right? So again, we went 232 wins, 30 losses last year, giving us an 85% win rate, catching almost 1 million pips. So again, we won way more than we lost, but also our winners are always bigger than our losers. So let's see if GU can do what GJ's doing. God damn it. Let's see. New 15 just popped up. All right, but again, depending on how price plays out today, especially with the news, we could see some reversals or trend changes take place next month. Let's see what else we got going on here. No problem. Yeah, good questions though, good question. Again, if you got any questions, drop in the chat. I promise you're not the only person that had that question. So shout out to you. Again, I'm not gonna roast y'all or make fun of y'all for asking questions because you don't know what you don't know. And I'd rather y'all ask questions than not ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, these lives are for y'all. Like I'm not only here to make myself look good or feel good about myself. I literally do these lives to help y'all out. Because if that wasn't the case, I'd be in my bed chilling right now looking for setups, right? If I was going live, I'd be in my bed chilling taking trades. When I'm off the live, if I take a trade after the live's over, especially if it's still London session, I'm in the bed more times than not calling these setups, right? So I literally do these lives for y'all. Again, look at how GJ is reacting to this level. As soon as it's tapped to reject it. So again, this is why we have these levels marked off. So while everybody else on the internet is getting shocked or surprised and blindsided by a random rejection, we already know where the next possible rejection or reaction is going to come from, simply by, again, understanding the rules of price and having these key price levels marked off. Let's see what gold's talking about. Yeah, gold's retracing stuff. Yeah, so a lot of these charts, I do not like how they look right now. Especially on the futures and indices side. We do got news today, so we're going to see what news does today. Hopefully we get a little bit of more volume and action into the markets than we did yesterday, because the news didn't really do shit yesterday, which which is why we're kind of in the situation we're in right now. So we're gonna see what news does today for us, though. Again, not every news day is gonna be crazy volume and spikes, but you still gotta respect the news just in case that does take place and come in. So we're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to like the live, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 4,700 subscribers. We can get to that easily. And again, look how I reject this level. So again, this is why we do not break out trade. Because if we would have went for buy just because price broke this level, we would have had a stop loss get hit for no reason. We're about to see our stop loss might get hit on GU as well. So again, we might take an L. First L in 2 weeks, which is still not bad. So again, we're gonna be waiting for the news to play out. So I'm not gonna take another setup. If I do take another setup until after the 8:30 news plays out, then we're gonna see what 9 o'clock, 9:30 looks like. Well, 8:30 news right here. The Canadian USD news. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody's been in the live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been in the live since y'all joined. But as you can see, everything's just going timber right now. So yeah, I might continue to do that today. We'll see what happens. Like always, you want to contact me directly, DM on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Make sure to catch up to the videos I dropped this week and this month. All right, all playlists are up to date. And yeah, we're gonna see what New York sessions got in store for us. Peace. We out.